Hey guys, Manga Unboxed here, back with another video, and today I'm going to be kind of going over some reasons people collect rare manga. This is a question I've had in the past, but now I've collected some more rare manga. I've gotten more perspectives, and as you get more into the manga community and manga collecting, you can kind of see it. It really depends on different people. It's like, why would you look for stuff that's harder to find and maybe more money? But I'm just gonna get into some reasons. First off, we have a pretty simple one that is kind of different from the others, because the others may be more from a perspective of people that collect a lot of rare manga and are into that, but this one is just kind of for anybody, and that is just if somebody really loves the series. Maybe they read the scans, they watch the anime, or maybe they don't even love the series yet, they just really want to collect it, but the only like physical release is out of print, so they can't find it, they have to look for it, they pay more money, but they're willing to, but they wouldn't really go out of their way to find out of print manga that has like in print alternatives. But this is just a big one. People want to read stuff that they love, people want to collect it, people just kind of, it's more just connecting to stuff that you already know instead of more looking for things like exotically and just stuff that you don't really have yet, and stuff that you don't really need to go out of your way to get the out of print version. So now we have two that kind of go together, and the first one is people just like collector's items. People like things just because they're rare. People just want them because they're rare. This can be like valid in some cases. I think that if this is a fine reason, as long as there's other reasons, you shouldn't just be getting stuff just because it's rare. But then again, do whatever you want with your money, I don't really care. It's just for me personally. But this is seen in like most communities, like sneakers, clothes, figures, Funko Pops, all that stuff. People want to get the rare thing, they want the limited edition thing, it's seen everywhere basically. And the other reason that kind of goes with that is that it brings uniqueness to the collection. And I think this kind of goes with it in the fact that you don't really just want this to be the only reason, because you actually want to want the series and know about it a bit, and like with some of the other reasons I'll go into. But I think that this is something that I personally like and others do, some don't care about it. But having a collection that's like a million other people have, that's fine. Like, mainstream series are mainstream for a reason, because they're normally good. There's a few exceptions, but I think that in general just mainstream series are pretty good. But like having your collection be different than others is nice. Like having something that sticks out a bit, something that not everybody has, it's just kind of nice to have in your collection. But like I said earlier, it really kind of depends on the person. Not everybody is gonna think like this, but personally, and I know other people do. So I have another pair of reasons that are kind of similar to each other, and the first one is that it's fun searching for manga. I think that this kind of depends on the person, like the type of person you are, what you think, what your mindset is, because if you're searching for deals and you succeed in that, I think it's really fun. And just like looking for stuff and like going to stores and like Facebook Marketplace, eBay, all that, I think it's fun. Some people see it as fun, some others probably not, because a lot of it depends on your success. Because if you don't succeed for a long time and you just can't get the manga because it's so rare, then it's not really going to be fun. I think it all kind of depends on success, because if you're never going to get it, then you're not really going to have fun searching for it. It's going to be more miserable. But in my experience, it's been fun because I've been successful. But I think a lot of people see it as fun. I've heard other people, but there's a lot of people that see it as not fun. But that kind of leads into the second reason, which is that the satisfaction, and that kind of connects to the success part, because the satisfaction of getting rare manga it's a lot, and getting like just manga in general, it's very satisfying, and it's nice to get it. But I just think that getting rare manga is a lot more satisfying, and I'm not saying that if you don't get rare manga, you're never gonna be totally satisfied to the fullest. But I just think for me personally, and for some others, that just getting rare manga can be very satisfying because like it's just very desired because you can't really get it, but when you do get it, it feels nice. I can't imagine what it feels like completing a full set of rare manga because I don't think that I've got like a full set of something like really out of print. There's some stuff like Slam Dunk and Yu Yu Hakusho, which was rare for a bit, but I don't really know if I consider that like fully out of print. But just like a fully out of print set, completing it probably feels so nice. But even just getting like a few volumes feels really nice, especially when you get them at a steal, because spending like a ton of money, it could be satisfying, but I don't really know because, well, I do know spending a lot of money on manga, but on like a low quantity of books. But from my experience collecting rare manga, it's very satisfying getting it. So this next reason, I don't really know if it's a total reason, but that is getting rare manga as an investment. You could get rare manga at this price, and then in a few months or a year, it'll be all the way up at this price, and you could resell it for a profit. And there's two different perspectives that I want to go over, and the first one is kind of the reseller's perspective, and that's just totally getting the rare manga, like you don't even really want it, you're just kind of getting it to sell. And I'm not really sure of my opinions on this. I think with rare manga it's more acceptable, but with other things it's not. I'm sure you guys have seen, like, maybe it was a couple weeks ago, or maybe even more than that, there were a lot of videos on resellers after like a bunch of stuff with JJK and Chainsaw Man happened, like the prices skyrocketed on eBay. But that's another topic for maybe another time. I think that everything has been said on that topic, like in other people's videos. But that's kind of just the reseller's perspective. I don't have too much of a problem with that, but especially with rare manga. But what my kind of perspective is that it's more not justifying, but kind of like for spending a good amount of money on a low quantity of books, because if I don't like it as much as I thought I would, or I don't think it's as worth it, I could always just, like, there's always the safety that I could resell it like at the same price, get all my money back, or just resell it for a higher price depending what the market is at. So it's more kind of just being able to safely, but you gotta be careful with that because you don't want to buy something higher than retail and then it goes and gets a reprint and then it's not worth it and it's worth less money. And this last reason is probably the biggest, but it's just, let's say there's an imprint issue of, let's say, Monster, and then there's the singles, which are out of print, and people decide to get the singles, and this is because they may not like the in-print releases. I don't think that Monster is actually a really good example because the in-print releases are really nice, but let's take Gantz. Gantz, the singles are really nice, the omnibuses are not. People could have just problems with in-print, I can't speak, releases. Like the omnibuses could be too big, it's bad quality, it's not fully released. Those are all kind of things with the Gantz omnibuses. But just having problems with the in-print like version or like kind of alternative, people may see this as ridiculous, like you're saving money, you're saving time is money, so why won't you just get the in-print releases? And you know, sometimes I say that too, but everyone's different. Sometimes things differ, and a lot of these things all go hand in hand. Like you could not like the imprint release and you want the uniqueness to the collection, you like searching for rare manga, you just like getting rare manga. So I just think that it's never really, or it's rarely just only one reason for getting rare manga. But I think that this one is a big one because you do see a lot of people getting the alternatives, which are the harder to find versions of things that are already kind of in print. And sometimes they'll even have a good release, but people just want to get the rare versions, and I don't really have a problem with that, as I kind of stated in my earlier reasons. So that's about it for the video. I hope some people found this informative. Some people kind of just saw a different perspective, and maybe some people agreed with me. If you want, go in the comments, tell me kind of what your take on getting rare manga, if you think that there are any other good reasons, because these are just kind of some reasons that I personally had, and I just heard some other people had, but there's probably a lot more that other people have. I haven't talked to everybody about it, but these is just kind of a short compilation of some reasons that I had. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.